right, you're back with us. We're with Fran Johnson of Keller Williams Realty talking about all the things you should know when buying or selling a home. And we're taking your questions. The number is at the bottom of your screen here. All right, Fran, here's a few of the questions. This first person says, what is the best way to sell to an investor since we want to sell the house as is? I'm guessing they don't want to make any upgrades. They don't want to make any concessions.
So if you want to sell to an investor, still the best thing to do is call a realtor, and because they can give you a fair market value of your as-is condition of your house. And many times that is more than the investor will offer you, because what they're looking to do is buy your house more at a wholesale or below wholesale price. So it's a good idea for you to know really what the value is as is.
Right, because you guys take a look at the value of homes that are very similar to the home that's being sold in that area, so you'll really know what the market price is.
Correct.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
This person says, if you're going to pay all cash, you don't have to worry about credit scores or anything like that. What are the benefits of paying all cash?
Well, the benefits of paying all cash, especially when you're competing, is that you have a very strong offer. And so if you're competing and you have other offers that have loans and your price and terms are similar, you can most of the time beat out the competition, because you can have a fast closing, or you don't have any hiccups going through any loans or appraisals or things like that.
Okay. This may be an interesting one to answer. What's the best interest rate a person with excellent credit can get right now?
So the interest is running around 6%, 6.2. What you can individually get really depends on your personal finances and your total package. Because what they do is don't just look at, they look at your credit score, they look at your down payment, they look at the total package. So it really depends on where you are in your finances. So it's hard to answer that question. You have to really call a lender and give them all your financial information, and then they can quote you your best rate.
Mm-hmm. All right. This person's asking, do you have to have a survey done before selling in a development?
You do not have to have a survey done before selling in a development. If you have one, it's great to provide that to the buyer. It is also a buyer's responsibility to check out anything survey-wise when they're buying the house. So if you, for instance, put up a fence, put up an outbuilding, things like that, I would advise a buyer to get a survey, because it helps to make sure there are no encroachments on the property, either on this property they're buying or this property encroaching on another.
Oh, because just because somebody has a fence up and it's been there for 20 years doesn't mean that they actually did it on their property line or on their side.
That's correct. And the survey is the only way to know that.
I see. Okay. All right. Yeah. This person's asking, I bought a house last summer. When will more of the mortgage payments go to the principal? Because most everything is going to the interest right now.
Yes, that always happens up front. They get the big interest rate plug right up front, and it will continue to be more towards interest than principal until you get to the 180 month mark. If you've got a 30-year loan, obviously it will turn quicker than that if you have a 15-year loan. So it's usually about halfway. It flips, and more starts going to principal than interest.
Gotcha. Okay. Let's talk about if you're a person who might want to sell your house. What are the things that you need to do before you ever hang that sign outside that says, I want to sell?
So the first thing that I would still do is call a realtor over to take a look at your house. And even if your house is a total mess, the best thing to do is have the realtor come over so that they can advise you exactly the things that you need to do. If you're willing to do some fix up or some small repairs, or maybe some little bit of update, painting, whatever, they can advise you what to do to get you the most bang for your buck for the money that you spend. So it's always good to call them first, but simple things is declutter, clean up the interior, make it sparkle, spruce up the exterior. Shrub beds need to be freshened up, trimmed, no overgrown anything. Make some necessary repairs. Stage it is always a good idea because it gets you more money, and then price it right.
So when you say stage it, is that meaning you want us to take personal things down, or you want us, like if we've got a spare room and it only has like a chair in it, you want us to put some furniture in it to make it look like it's livable?
Staging it is showing the property off in its very best light. So it's arranging the furniture right. It's making sure that, yes, you depersonalize it some, making sure you don't have too many things in the room, just really showing off the property. So you detail a car when you sell it. You want to detail your house when you sell it.
Yeah, that's okay. And sometimes it takes a third party to be like, hey, get this out of there, get that out of there. You may live that way and it may work for you that way, but it may not work when you're kind of like showing a house that way.